So the name Danielle is the female version of the French name Daniel, which actually derives from Hebrew origins and means God is my judge. I looked it up at some point, but it's something that I've known for a while, so probably something that I'd learnt in school, and it's just kind of stuck with me, really. I think that phrase, God is my judge, is actually really poignant for me. It kind of celebrates being true to yourself and essentially not really caring about the opinions of other people, and just kind of that the only opinion that matters is that of a higher power. And it was a real turning point for me, really, to be able to kind of realise that I could be true to myself, I could be the person that I wanted and have the path that I wanted, and kind of what is made for me won't pass me by, and to kind of put aside all of the negative thoughts of maybe some of the people around me at that point in time, and that no one's opinion really matters apart from, as the name would suggest, God's, or for me it would be, not listening to other people, but just kind of staying true to myself. I think that's really important. So I don't think I am named after anyone in particular, but I do know that my middle name, Claire, was left on a list, I think, of one of my grandparents, like a list of baby names. So my parents chose Claire as my middle name, just to honour that list. I have two, really. One from a more kind of performance creative perspective, and one from an academic perspective. So Louise Fisher was a dance teacher of mine that I had when I was a teenager, and I spent a lot of time with her, and she very much made me feel like it was okay to look the way that I looked, and you could be a performer, you could be a dancer, no matter what you look like or what your body looked like. And at that moment in time, that was really, really important to me. And I don't actually think I realised how much until I look back now, but she was always incredibly supportive, and I kind of worked with her on a one-to-one basis quite a lot, and yeah, I think looking back on it now, she was a really important person at that particular time in my life. From an academic perspective, I had a media teacher called Miss Mapp, and I think she kind of ignited this flame inside me about the industry itself. So, she didn't really have any relation to my acting and my coaching in that area, but she was really passionate about the industry and about like media and the behind the scenes things. So, how film productions work and camera setups and, budgets and all of that kind of thing that I think, as a young actor, maybe you don't necessarily learn about or care about all that much. But I think at that age, I was probably about 16 at the time. She really encouraged me to learn more about that side of things. And it is something that I still absolutely love now, and I find so fascinating. And that's kind of all down to her, really. I don't think I would have been ingrained in it as much had it not been for her. In all honesty, probably not. And I think a lot of that has come down to me kind of looking retrospectively at my life at that time, and kind of realising now the impact that they've had rather than kind of realising it at the time. But no, I don't think they would know. So it would be lovely if they did, because, as I say, it kind of moulds you into the person that you are now. But yes, I was a little bit of a wimp back then. I don't think I would have said anything, even if I really wanted to. Something surprising about myself. I once pulled a truck across a car park, if that counts. It was it would have been a few years ago now, and I was doing a lot of training in the gym. I was doing a lot of like powerlifting and that kind of CrossFit style things. And I remember one of the coaches like rigging me up world's strongest man style to this 4x4. And I just pulled it across a car park. So that's kind of what I used to get up to. Not so much anymore, but yeah, it's something that I enjoy telling people. I think it's a funny story.